All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Um, hey, Esau just back at it again. All right, not stopping. Okay, and here it says, human limbs soon. Scientists regrow mice toes in major regenerative breakthrough. Which, I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they already have this technology. Now, really what it is that once they've mastered it and they understand fully, then they slowly but surely release it to the public, you know. But really this goes into those super soldiers, like they'll show you in certain movies and books and stuff about super soldiers and like Wolverine, and the experiments and stuff like that. Those things, man, they actually do that. Okay. And yeah, they experiment on animals, all right, to see how successful they'll be, and then they experiment on humans. Okay. So imagine, shoot somebody getting hit with an RPG and then their arms and legs get blown off and then just boom, what I mean, it grows right back, you know. Like for those of you who watch Dragon Ball Z, like Piccolo, how he's able to just on the spot just grow a whole arm back if he loses it, you know. So it says, that's a spirit 441 or 44. It says researchers have concluded a transformational study in which, for the first time, they have successfully regenerated joint as well as bone tissue in amputated mice. A step which holds great promise for human limb regeneration. Scientists at Texas A&M University were able to artificially stimulate growth in damaged or amputated limbs of neonatal mice using just two proteins, BMP2 and BMP9. Now, at the surface, this might seem like, yeah, it's a well, speaking of super soldiers, at the surface level, it might seem like, yeah, this is a good thing. It's a noble act. They're trying to find a cure for people who like have been through certain tragedies that are amputated, so on and so forth. But no, all right, this is not what it really is about. Okay, these devils are trying to play the role of God. Okay, and the scriptures tell you, man. All right, if these elites, these Edomites, all right, they're. Let me get it real quick. This is Psalms chapter 58, verse 3. Now, we got to back up what we say with scriptures. So, I get this real quick. Malachi, 3rd chapter. So, I think it's the 1st chapter, actually. Yeah. All right. So, this is Psalms chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. All right. Now, when you go into the word estranged, let's look it up. To be strange, be a stranger, to become estranged, strange, another, stranger, foreigner, an enemy, loathsome, all right, to be strange, loathsome, okay. So that from the womb, meaning this, when once that spirit enters, all right, or once that spirit comes into that vessel, man, they are that wickedness within these Edomites. That's why they're called the wicked. It's within them, okay, from when they're born, man. Okay, so let's see, astray. To sin. Oh, no. It says to err, wander, go astray, stagger, to err, wander about, of intoxication, of sin. Okay? Of sin. Main part right here. Okay? So it says what? Keep it with that in mind. Okay? It says the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray or they sin as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Now, let's find out who the wicked is. All right, this is Malachi chapter 1, and I'll get to the point, verse 4. It says, whereas Edom saith, now Edom, all right, represents the nation of Esau, which today would be considered white people, all right, so-called white people or Caucasians, all right. They are of the nation of Edom. They are Edomites. That is their biblical nationality. Now let's see what the Bible has to say about Edomites. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. Why? Because the Lord is not with them. Okay? And they shall call them, who? The Edomites, the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Most High Yahweh hath indignation forever. Indignation being righteous anger, because the Lord said what? He would have war with Amalek from generation to generation, and Amalek is one of the chief tribes of the nation of Edom. Okay, so it says they will call them the border of wickedness. So when you read here in Psalms 58 verse 3, the wicked, we know according to Malachi, the first chapter, that that's talking about these Edomites. All right, the so-called white man, which they are in rulership right now. All right, so it says they are estranged from the woman. They as soon as they be born, they go astray. As soon as they be born, speaking lies. And we went into the word astray. All right, they go off. They sin because they're wicked by nature. So knowing that as the characteristics, all right, or the nature, all right, of such people, when they come out with things like this, all right, that sound like they're noble or so on and so forth, man, is really not, because their intention behind it isn't to really help anybody. They don't care about people, man. Okay, they want to achieve the status of God on earth. That's what they want to do. The Most High, look, the Most High, there's many accounts in the scriptures where the Most High healed people, all right, off the spirit, not off of experiments and artificial nothing, man. Is the scriptures tell you, all right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. This is the Most High speaking. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So the Lord is the one who heals and wounds people. So when you read in the scriptures of the different accounts of people that were healed, it was according to the will of the Lord, the spirit of the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, in the name of his son Yahweh Shai. And it says, neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So if the Lord has you amputated or you lost a limb, and that's his will, these experiments ain't gonna work. This experiment isn't gonna change that magically. Okay? But like I said, Esau, this devil, is trying to play the role of God. Okay? All right, so I'll finish this article. It says these studies provide evidence that treatment of growth factors can be used to engineer a regeneration response from a non-regenerating amputation wound, explained the researchers in their paper. Their new research indicates joint regrowth, a level of complexity hitherto unforeseen, which provides a critical step towards one day replacing human limbs. The scientists were attempting to recreate behavior typically displayed by reptilian cells in mammalian cells. So here it is. They're trying to mix and cross and insert this and take this out and engineer the human body, which the Lord already did that. The Lord, you see, and going back to like I said, man, they're trying to play the role of God. They want to sit in the seat of God, which the scriptures talk about that. All right, and be like, oh, we can do this now. You know, if the Most High can create life, we can create life. If He can heal, we can heal. You know, he's omniscient. Well, our chip, we know where everybody is. You know, these devils are trying to achieve that, but the scriptures say, man, you're just a man. All right, and it's because of their pride that they're trying to do that. So it says our study is transformational. Ken Munilka from Texas A&M University told New Scientist, they can do it, they just don't do it. He adds, so we have to figure out what's constraining them. See. So now, if I'm pretty sure what he meant by this is the limbs or the regrowth, meaning it's not impossible, it's just not happening. You know. So it says bone regrowth has been achieved before, but without the additional protein. The bone would just heal over as normal rather than growing joint and cartilage tissue. Over 60% of the mice's bone stumps formed a layer of cartilage within 3 days. While admittedly just a small step, the research could ultimately provide breakthroughs in treatments for disorders like osteoarthritis, as it would allow for replacement of cartilage from one person's own cells rather than relying on transplants. These findings provide further support for the view that cells of a non-regenerative mammalian amputation would retain the positional information necessary to rebuild structures removed by amputation. The researchers include, which this is the beginning, all right, that they claim. This is the beginning of much more things to come. But what I see is super soldiers, man. Okay, but going back to the scriptures, look, the Most High has everything set in place, man. This right here is out of order, man. All right, the Lord is, like I just read in Deuteronomy. The Lord kills and makes alive, man. All right, because with this, what Esau wants is for you to rely on him to go down to Egypt for help, pursuant to Isaiah 31st chapter. All right, Egypt representing the America today. All right, so they want you to rely on them, look up to them. Whatever you need, go to them. That's not what the scriptures. That's not what the Lord said. All right, and this message is primarily to you Israelites, man. The Lord does not want you going to Esau for help, man. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12, or yes, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Now, this is a scripture that these so-called Christians would use to try and justify spiritual demon Satan being fighting against the Most High, and the Most High just beat his ass and threw him from heaven, and all of a sudden he has wings but he couldn't fly no more, so he landed on earth and brought his little minion demons with him, and all this madness, which that's not, the scriptures don't teach that. There's no way in the scriptures that talk about that. This right, the only reason they say that is because they don't understand. So it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? All right. What this is talking about is these Edomites. All right. That's why, like, for example, they call them, because the word Lucifer just means light bearer. Okay. And that's why they call themselves the Illuminati. All right. Because that means what? Illuminated, or light bearer. Okay. This Lucifer here is representing the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, which is these Edomites, these elites. Okay, so it says, how thou fallen from heaven, meaning their state of rulership. Okay, their power seat, so to speak. Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground? Because the Lord did say that, which, let me see if I'm not mistaken. All right, this is Job chapter 20, verse 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, talking about these elites, all right, or Esau, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, all right, because going into his New World agenda, all right, the New World Order that they're trying to fulfill, in the fullness of their sufficiency, meaning when they think that they got everything, okay, it says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Because at the end of the day, what's going to happen is America is going to be destroyed, not only by these other countries, but by its allies too. Okay? So it says, when, by nuclear missiles, by the way. So it says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. All right, now this is representing when they're about to accomplish their New World Order, have everybody chipped and be in total control. That's when Yahushua is going to come back. All right, the Lord is going to send the Son back, and he's going to destroy it all. Okay, so it says, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. All right, meaning while he's when you're eating, you're basically satisfying your hunger, which is what they're going to be. They're planning to do with their New World Order. All right, they're power hungry. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. All right, now just going back to Isaiah. Okay, that is an example, all right, of being cut down to the ground. Okay, and how did they weaken the nations? By their military might. Okay, by deception and their military might. So it says, "For thou hast said in thine heart," meaning in their mind, "I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." See, that's what he said in his heart. That's what in their minds. That's their goal. All right. "Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit." Okay, so that proud mindset of being like the Most High, which, like I read in Deuteronomy 32, which I could get that again. Okay, it says here, "See now," 32 verse 39, "that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me." So Esau here trying to play the role of God, trying to be a God on earth and all this other stuff, man, that's not going to work. The Most High said what? "Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?" Now, proving that this isn't a spiritual demon saying, it says, what? Is this the man, a physical, that made the earth to tremble? Okay, because when Esau is brought down, all right, when this so-called white man is brought down by divine intervention, all right, he's going to go right back all the way to the bottom. So people are going to look down on them like, wow, these are the people that actually ruled at one point, that had the earth in under control under them at one point, pursuant to Job 9 and 24. That's why it says that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, you know. It says that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners, because Esau is a son of perdition. All he knows how to do is destroy. Okay, it says, "All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. But thou art cut out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet." That's how low these devils are gonna come down, man. So all these different things, because they're the basis of men. So them thinking, oh, we got these scientific breakthroughs and we're trying to do this and do that and all this is because they're trying to play the role of God. All right. But the Most High ain't with that, man. And very soon the Lord is about to destroy this man's kingdom. Okay. So with that, I hope this is edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and Shalom.